Hi there and welcome back, my friends, to the Temple of Revelation in the Halls of the Unseen. We're tasked to explore this. Yeah, there's tentacles here. That's apparently the giant body of a whale. We were told by Tayden. Yeah, that's the same from the Tayden's ball. I don't know, crazy ball. This leads back to the Deadfire archipelago, apparently, and we have to go either to the collections or to the archives, because somewhere a researcher has hid herself, or has gone rather, to, I don't know, research well? We don't all know, and there's two Archmagi here. One of them has led us here on a flying dragon, and the other one just appeared to be here, Tayden. And they're kind of split on what to do. So we'll just talk to them shortly and then we'll go into one of the dungeons. Hey, Tayden.
Hey, you. Glad we finally get a chance to talk, one-on-one, away from the rest of the rabble.
Tayden shoves his hands down his pockets and winks.
I can hear you, Tayden. I'm right here.
It's good that we're on the same page with all of this.
He spreads his arms wide to encompass the whole of the antechamber.
You know, wow, and his great big body.
Sure, Tayden.
All right. Between the two of us, I did a little exploring of my own before you showed up.
Dog's covering one side of his mouth, though his voice carries across the hall.
You haven't been to the collections yet, have you? It's just down that way. You'll hate it. There's a bunch of different people trapped in there. Lots of kith in some kind of stupor. I think they've been here a long time.
What? We have to get them out of here.
I agree, but that may only be the first step toward helping them. The prisoners, it's like this place tore out everything that made them them and left a bunch of statues behind. Except statues don't usually shamble around and cry. Take this. It's a spell that should wake the prisoners up again. Just make sure you read it somewhere they'll all hear it.
Tayden's Scroll of Righteous Awakening. This parchment is sloppily scrolled with arcane runes, drawings of animals, and practice versions of Tayden's signature. Tayden thinks the spell can help the prisoners of the collections get their memories back, provided that the words are read where every prisoner can hear them at once. Oh. What can go wrong? What, like a stage?
Use your imagination.
Tayden smiles and shrugs. Oh, God.
Head west out of this fine antechamber and the collections are right down the stairs. Can't miss it.
What exactly does the spell do?
Let me try and put it in terms we both understand. This place has a way of unplugging people's heads and letting the memory stuff drain out. All that stuff kind of blends together. The memory of someone's first kiss gets stuck to the memory of the price of hagfish. My spell gathers the memory stuff into kith-sized chunks and stuffs them back into people's heads. No one leaves with the same memories they came in with, but at least everyone gets an equal slice.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea, doesn't it?
Sorry if I got a little technical there.
Doesn't giving people random memories seem irresponsible?
Of course not. See, a brain needs memories like a sewer needs waste. Without the waste, it's all just tunnels. Give it a little time and these prisoners will be their old selves again. Just with some extra fun. Maybe someone will wake up and realize they can play the harpsichord or speak Valian. Wouldn't that be a nice surprise, huh?
What do the halls obscured need with mindless drones?
Maybe they knew too much? Rare information seems to be the currency of this place.
But why did they preserve them then?
I'd suggest that you ask one of the prisoners, but they aren't very talkative.
Well, we'll set them free, Tayden, you and me. Someone has to free these people. Even with this headache preparation.
I hope you can do some good down there. I hate to see so many people without a single good idea between them, you know? Like the Deerwood.
Tayden folds his arms and sighs. The Deerwood? How did you become an Archmage?
My father donated to all the best colleges. I earned a couple of free degrees until I found something I was actually good at. I owe a lot to my father, including an apology. He always said he wanted an Archmage in the family. Kinda backfired when I dropped the surname. It's just Tayden now. Hi.
You aren't as academic as your colleagues.
Thank you! Wait, that was a compliment, right? I know I don't fit in with the rest of those book learners, but I've got it where it counts.
He holds his hand over his heart.
Thinking is a big waste of time when you've got raw, unvarnished instinct on your side. If I worried about research, safety, or ethics, I never would have cast the first chaotic orb. You do know about my chaotic orb, right? That's my spell. It was really popular when I got it into circulation.
Do you see a grimoire or a familiar? I'm not a wizard.
Oh, sorry about that. Sometimes I forget about the folks in the more routine lines of work. I worked really hard on that orb. First time I ever applied myself. Once wizards started using it all over the world, there was all this talk and fanfare. Have you seen this thing? Look at it go! Those were good times.
And now?
These days, no one asks if I'm that Tayden anymore. They don't tell you in Wizard College that achievement can seem downright underwhelming.
Any thoughts about your colleagues in the circle?
Minoletta loves a good joke. Like that time she pushed me into a snake pit. Good fun. Ninagauth keeps a bird skull in his pocket. He pets it when he thinks no one is looking. Don't tell him I told you. Bet you didn't know that Consulhot has a sweet tooth. He only gets cranky when his candy dish is low on the good stuff.
Consulhout, the skeleton.
Whenever we get the circle together, Maura likes to tickle me under the table. Isn't Lengrath nice? We squabble, but there's plenty to admire about her. I think we're really starting to bond. Reengrim doesn't have any friends, but I aim to change that even if it kills me. Kalikoth is great. She once shouted into my face so loud that we both passed out. Arkemir is Arkemir. I'd be cranky too if I lived all alone in a spooky house. Sitzel plays it coy, acts like he doesn't need friends. Can you keep a secret? We've been pen pals for years. He thinks I'm an Orlin who makes clocks.
Oh god.
Kalikoth is great. She once shouted into my face so loud that we both passed out. Bet you didn't know that Consulhot has a sweet tooth. Isn't Lengrath nice? We squabble, but there's
Okay, you're repeating yourself. So we'll talk
really starting to bond.
about something else. What do you know about this body of
If there was a day in Wizard College when they talked about god bodies, I might have slept through it. Based on what we've seen, I'd say Maura used this place to nail down her tentacle spells. Lucky her. There's tons of inspiration here.
Do you really want to awaken the Titan, by the way?
What? The prospect of sending a mountain of eyes and tentacles to wrestle Eothas isn't enticing enough for you?
Tayden chuckles softly.
Wouldn't it be boring to let a body like that molder and rot? I think we can do better. I think Eora deserves better.
We could leave it in peace, you know. Maybe it's fun for the body to do this underground thing here.
Even if it knocks over a castle or two, I think the fun will justify the cost.
Yeah, about lot of fun. A lot of fun. Oh god. So, Gossip Boy is over.
Now we may speak with something like privacy.
Says Lengrath. She casts a hooded glance in the direction of Tayden and shakes her head.
Tayden has asked something of you.
Lengrath beckons you forward with a discreet wave of her hand. He'd like me to free the prisoners in the collections.
And you accepted. How terribly large-hearted of you.
She raises an eyebrow. I did. Why do you care?
Tayden asks of you appears a mercy, but it's only a selfish attempt to bolster his reputation.
Okay, and why?
He's a devious child who delights in making the rest of us clean up his messes. Many of the poor souls held captive here have been so for decades. Anyone they knew is likely dead, their old lives gone. To return them to the world with nothing is a cruelty.
Who knows? Many have lost a lot and gained something.
The gods only know what havoc these broken people will wreak with the information Tayden intends to give them. Lay their souls to rest. Return them to the wheel.
I will consider it.
That's all I ask. This scroll will aid you.
She puts a crisp new roll of parchment from the folds of her robe and closes your hand around it. Lengrath's scroll of final slumber. This scroll is decorated with runes drawn fastidiously on a tidy grid. The significant arcane energy underpinning the runes causes them to glow with a faint fluorescence, and staring at them too long slows the beating of your heart. Lengrath believes the spell will give the collection's prisoners a peaceful death, so long as the words are read where every prisoner can hear them at once.
You need only read the incantation scribed upon it, preferably in a place where all may hear it. Their deaths will be swift and painless.
With a curt nod and a heavy sigh, she turns away. She pats at her hip absently, looking for something out of habit, and finds a grimoire. She flips through it slowly, her mind clearly elsewhere. Collection or the archives? Collection or the... There's something here. Maybe that can help us decide. What's that?
What do we have here?
I'll see it done.
Reminder, protect the assets. Assets? That sounds like a corporation. This is a final reminder, and do not disturb the subjects while they are hearken to the music of the pit. The wretches have grown protective of our benefactor's song, and will attack those who damage the organ's apertures. If any subject experiences a moment of clarity, kindly guide them away from the pit, and back to an aperture where they can rejoin the others in blissful indifference. We'd like to minimize the suicide rate this quarter. May this also serve as a notice that we have exhausted our supply of earplugs. Overseers are authorized to distribute hot candle wax until someone can venture topside for supplies. Okay, that might be a Withruck thing. And what's in here? Mental prowess, focused mind. So we've had that. Maybe we should look at the archives first to find more. Yeah, I think it might be good to find more information on the state of these beings first before we do something to or with them.
Watch and learn. Notes
and sketches in Mora's hand litter the table. There's a door. Whether it's sealed by machinery or magic, there's no moving this door. Luminous ardra dust and rune powder. The central stack. So this leads to the archives. Do we have something that we should change? I think Frostseeker will go to her again, and Veil Piercer could go to Adonan again. Anything else? Go to the central stacks then. As far as the eyes can see. Hello there. Robed figures unflinchingly clean thick gore from the stone floors. What happened there? One of the kith looks up to you. If a person can be described as looking without eyes. Let's give them a compliment. What a fantastic collection of books you've gathered.
These are the archives. The accumulated lore of those who see without being seen. Do not remove the books from the shelves.
The man's voice plods emotionlessly forward as if he's heavily sedated.
Lest you face reprisal.
Don't steal your books, got it.
Do not interfere with the work of the archives, and its librarians will not interfere with you. Furthermore, The Oracle has limited patron admittance to the lower levels only. Trespassers in the upper floors will face reprisals.
Has anyone else been through here recently? Maybe someone with tentacles?
2 unidentified individuals roam the archives. They will be dealt with accordingly. Both intruders have entered the quarantined section to the east. We have not pursued, as that section is under quarantine.
Don't steal your books, don't go upstairs. Anything else I should know?
For your safety, please avoid the eastern stacks. They have been contaminated.
By what?
The contamination will be remedied within 5 to 15 years. Please keep further conversation to a minimum.
Oh, thank you for all the non-information. The figure nods his eyeless head and turns away, returning to his work. What did that one have? Hey there, Mr. Librarian. Each thing in its right place. What a mess that was here,
What
right?
is it? I'll take care of it.
I got this. I got this.
Lockpick, but these look just like the Oracle sees all. Okay. Is that tentacles growing out of here? That seems like mushrooms. So we shouldn't go east. Coral snuff, whatever that is. There's some statues here of heroes, maybe, with horned helmets. Small suckers extend from the fungus to the books. They tremble as you pass by. So is that the contamination, or is that the network?
I'll see it.
The stack of book exudes the smells of recently tanned leather and iron gull ink. Hey, shh. Okay. But that's not the eastern section, right? So we can go here. Hey there. Do not remove materials from the shelves. Okay, well. The red light district. Hello there. How do you do? Somehow creepy, you know. The Oracle sees all. Each thing in its right place. What's this? Oh. Don't touch anything, I remember. Shh. Oh, okay. So if you want to sneak through here, it's probably...
Give me a real chance.
Just want to see. Structural integrity report. We can read it, right? That's not something we need. Note on a missing subject. Subject P0706 broke free of its cell and makes slow progress toward other parts of the facility. We cannot cross from one end of our library to another without spores dusting our robes from some unseen limb of the colony. I have reported the matter, but our chief librarian is characteristically unconcerned. Should that thing cross into the restricted stacks, I hope she remembers who warned her. An addendum is scribbled below. Boris has gone missing, likely infested, digested, or worse. What began as an irritation has escalated to a tragedy. I haven't the heart to tell the archive staff to call off the search. Once the dust settles, I will take it upon myself to find them a new library mascot. Boras, the library mascot. And a subject broke free. Downtrodden stink pigeons. Huh? What? They speak our tongues, the imps. Aha. Yeah, okay. the Firsts or the Fallen have gone to speculate that the imps are the gods' discarded attempt to create life. Interesting. Yeah, we should read more in this library, maybe to find out what happened here.
I'll see it done.
What's here? The collapse of Great Valia? Hey there. Just looking through some books. Oh, I'm sorry. When you do that, then they go over here and you can theoretically steal something. If you want so. The tribe of the people of the deer. What? It chases, it summons shadows. The first magic among the people was fire. It was conjured by an old woman who whispered a word at a dying coal and saw it spring to life. She carried that burning coal until her death, when she taught the word to her daughter, who taught the word to her son. The people carried that small flame from their home in the frigid north to the sultry southern jungles. Never once did it go out. The fire. Okay. Hey there. Hey, hey. So we've seen these stacks of books. We just want to read here. Maintenance log, flesh construct controller, and a smuggled journal page. Smuggled journal page. Admeth set the forest aflame, they say. Admeth snatched the sharpest fang out of the enemy's jaws, they sing. I know nothing beyond the walls of my cell, but I still have my memories, and I don't recall a single crisped tree on that battlefield. I don't recall being taken. I remember waving the flag of parley, and having it answered with a battle cry. Anything they burned later. History isn't written by the victors or kith who were there. It's written by scribes, and for some reason Admeth isn't of a mind to contradict their lies. Maybe it's because he's where he is and I am where I am. There's history and there is history. It takes a keen eye to tell the difference. Wisdom here. Maintenance log, flesh construct controller. Someone has meticulously logged the dates and details pertaining to the operations of a flesh construct monitor device. Some of the latest entries stand out. Found a finger blocking the cogs, asked around, no librarians reported a missing digit. Initiated the startup sequence and a bunch of teeth fell out, operation normal. A new lever grew from the panel today, not sure what it controls yet, if anything. Stiff warm. At this point the controller has taken on a life of its own. All I can do is interpret its desire. Device refused to initiate normal procedure until I tickled its favorite gland, deep and on the left hand side by a patch of bone. After it shuddered for some moments, I had its undivided attention. This is disgusting work, and I love it. Okay. You know, maybe it wouldn't be so bad to get these things. Maybe someone here
Watch and learn.
could help us if they had all this information. For that we must take the information. This... The tenets must always... An aggressive parasite infests the hull. The tenets of... This is about the tenets of iron. It's about our ship. Great Hazanui, your flagship, the tenets of iron, has not weathered the journey from the motherland as we had hoped. The sea was fierce, an aggressive parasite infests the hull. When I sailed for the Deadfire, you told me that the tenets must always lead the way, for we carry the motherland's heart. I tell you now that the ship is not battle-ready. Even a meager display of strength could send her to Onda's bosom. You instructed me not to take on a shipwright, for the pride of our armada cannot be seen to founder, nor enlist help from the Huana, lest to grow too familiar with our armaments. Yet it is a matter of time before our flagship vanishes beneath the waves. What are your orders?
Yeah? Sure.
So he's walking around here. I'll wait for him to go away. Come on, go away, librarian.
I'm here.
Will they go away now? They're going away.
Easy does it.
Huh.
Be right there.
Was the wrong thing.
Yeah?
Oh, we were in the other part of it, okay.
Yeah? Give me a real challenge. I got this.
This thing about the flesh construct controller. And if we start here, no, it's not a good place. If we start here, I might
Well,
just...
I'll
No.
see it done. Hey there. I'll take a peek.
Oh, they see more, okay.
Leave it to me.
I would have to stand here.
Well? Right here.
It was over there, right? Over there.
Well? Leave it to me. Right here. They'll never know I'm here. Be right there.
Can't really do it. Okay. It should be possible like
Consider
this.
it done. Right here. I got this.
Just doing what is necessary. What's going on here?
I got this. I got this.
A stone lectern stands before you. Its surface reads, "They carried potential born of a word and shared like a secret." Looks as a book could be placed here. Examine the lectern. A rain and ozone scent of arcane energy wafts from the lectern. There appears to be a spell imprinted in the stone. It's as though a book could be placed here.
Give me a real challenge.
They carried potential born of a word and shared like a secret.
Yeah?
Born
Leave it to
of
me.
a word and shared like a secret. Is that about this? No, a book. Not a smuggled journal page. No, that's about something else. Born of a word. Wait, was that born of the world? Or born of the word? Born of a word. She whispered a word and shared like a secret. So that's the book we must get.
I got this.
We must get here.
Right here. Sure.
This gives us stride.
I make it look better by comparison. Hey there. Hey there.
Yeah, they're guarding too much here, okay. No, not you! What? I thought I had... Kevaver.
Hey there. I got this. Hey there. I'll take a peek.
Can we hide here? No.
Be right there.
Not really.
Yes?
I mean, we can try now.
See it done.
Sure. Right here. Hey there.
Leave it to me.
We'll place the history of Eothas, Volume 2, the tribe of the people of the deer. The question is, should we open this? Should we open it?
Leave it to me.
Maybe let's have a look at the other books here.
Isn't this something?
This. Yes, we found something, but what? I don't really see anything. Here somewhere? No. Nothing here. The first Hollowborn. His parents named him Gramwin, and he slept soundly through the night every night from the day of his birth and for every day after. He didn't scream or cry, but only stared blank-eyed as the world turned about him. Gramwin had no siblings, nor would he ever. When one neighbor's child was born similarly silent, then another and another, Gramwin's parents were named Curse-bringers. They were burned in the town square, and Gramwin was left alone on a hillside just as the season's first snow began to fall. Of course, that didn't stop the hollowing. For 15 years nothing would.
Right here.
Yeah,
Sure.
that was the history of the Durwood right here. Our first great adventure. Anatomical dissection notes. Curious specimen, larger than the last one. The bones assume a different configuration whenever I look away, so an accurate accounting of its inner workings will prove no small challenge. The organs are knit together in a flexible mesh, which maintains its spongy state despite decomposition. The jaws can't stretch open wider than they should allow. I cannot account for how this is possible, but my eyes don't deceive me. The teeth elongate in proportion to how far apart the jaws are stretched. Even in death, I recommend the last of this species be interred in the collections. Better to have it catalogued and disposed of than out and about. Maybe we should, yeah, just go a little bit in there. And
Yeah?
can never be too careful, right?
Watch and learn.
Hee 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 hee. Ah, so.
Sure.
Let's look at the other pedestals, I believe. Oh, look at that. There's a trap. There's a trap. Is it forbidden to disarm traps?
Give me a real challenge.
I wouldn't think so. Concussive blast. Look at that thing. Rest incense. Oh. An infested almanac of crop rotation. The cover of this almanac is thickly padded with a fuzzy multicolored fungus that has spread to the spine and the rest of the pages. Only one page has survived total infestation. Mold has contaminated the ink itself and warped certain words into bulging, irregular configurations. The fertility of the land is a quintessential concern in the success of Helio. A healthy farm is a diverse one, and we cannot rely on favorable are we alone to dictate our fortunes. Just as kids have yoked the seasons to do our bidding, we need to do our part to... Am I part? Am I part? Who am I? What we replace, what we take from the life of the land, the precious abundance we so recklessly leech from the... Why does knowing hurt? Henceforth, it will be our responsibility not die. And share our progress for the song growth love of the colony. This way the purity of the book will be measured and controlled. No longer a variable outside of her. From that point on the text has been consumed, reduced to little more than the loam of a thriving fungus colony. Oh my goodness, it seems like maybe the fungus has written this. Maybe the fungus is alive? Is the fungus taking this over? Are they at the point of becoming a sentient fungus hive? Fueled by the memories of the people in the collections? Is this what happened here? My goodness me. We'll find that out. Have a great time. Next time. Until next time. This is Immanuel Khan signing out. See you soon and happy gaming.